How's it going, my Eredivisie fans? Welcome to another video. Oscar Moneyball here, bringing you the predictions for this weekend's Eredivisie matches using my match simulator for Matchweek 27. Very excited to be back. International break is now over. The league resumes. We can all breathe again. We can enjoy soccer. We can enjoy the competitiveness of this beautiful sport. We had some interesting games this weekend. This international break. We did have some games that stood out were Brazil, Spain, Brazil, England, England, Belgium. Very entertaining games. There was also some games between the USA and Mexico Nations League final. Really good games, and I'm excited. I'm excited for what's coming. We also saw jerseys being debuted by pretty much all the countries, or at least popular countries. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but there was a lot of jerseys being debuted this weekend. They looked really good. I'm excited for these summer competitions and what they're going to be bringing for the sport. Now, moving on to the video, I do want to get this one started. Let me just make sure we transitioned well. Yes, we did. Perfect. We have 9 matches this weekend for Match Week 27. As we see the table, we see that PSV continues to lead by a pretty big spread, and I don't think that spread will stop. I think Feyenoord has been dropping a lot of points. Looking back at all these matches, and where they went wrong was that they either tied a lot of matches or they just lost games that were like pretty much fed to them. They should have won, but I'm not here to pick sides. I'm just happy to see changes happening for the Eredivisie. I'm excited to see how Ajax continues to climb up, and whether they do or not, that's going to be an entertaining thing to see towards the end of the season, which we're pretty much there. Now, they are no longer competing. I'm talking about Ajax. They're no longer competing in European Conference League matches, so they could potentially just have all their focus in the Eredivisie. You know, those Champions League spots are very important for them and for the income that the team makes and able to use for future signings, etc. But that's a whole separate topic. Let's just enjoy the simulation and see what we're at and so we can predict some games. The first game we have on Friday is NEC versus PSV. NEC at home. Expected goals for this match are at 0.7 versus 2.7. PSV is a very strong team. I do think that they could score. Maybe they'll definitely be scoring at least one goal. They did have a lot of players out on international duties. Now, how they come back and how the PSV team manages the rotation, they are pretty ahead in the top of the table, like I mentioned earlier. I do believe that they'll be giving some rotations, maybe not as much now that I think about it, because I do think that they are out of they are officially out of the Champions League, so there's probably no need for them to rest players, keep players fit for the next match. They'll probably just go all in and maybe try to make history. I'm not sure what point record they want to hit or whatever, but you know, they pretty much won the league, I believe. You know, it's just a matter of time. Maybe they want to make it official sooner. Well, we'll see how that goes. The win probability for NEC in this match is at 7% versus 74%. Now, I'm scared. I get scared with differences with these margins, the spread between these percentages being so much, because it could go both ways. It could go where PSV just comes and destroys more than by 2 goals NEC. That spread is just way too much. Or NEC delivers the upset. We'll see how that goes. The over 0.5 goals is at 46% for NEC Meanwhile, PSV has a very high 87% to score a goal in this match. The over 1.5 is at 14% for NEC. Meanwhile, PSV's probability to score over 1.5 goals in this match is at 69%. My predictions for this match, I'm not going to go with the upset. I'm going to go with PSV destroying NEC, and that'll be a very entertaining match to see on a Friday. We'll see how that goes. The following match is Sparta Rotterdam versus Fortuna. Expected goals for this match is 1.5 for Sparta and 0.9 for Fortuna. The win probability between both of these teams, no, not between both of these teams, for Sparta is at 52%. Meanwhile, the win probability for Fortuna is at 22%. Pretty, leaving about a little less than 30% or about 30%. Sorry, I'm just doing quick math. Yeah, over 30% for the draw. The over 0.5 probability for Sparta to score over 0.5 goals in this match is at 77% versus Fortuna's 57%. Over 1.5 goals in this match is at 44% versus 21%. The next match we see here is Go Ahead Eagles versus Excelsior. Now, Go Ahead Eagles is a team that I find entertaining to watch when I watch some of their games versus some of the bigger teams. And when going through their stats, they're a very strong team. Moving forward, the expected goals for this match are 2.7 versus 1.3. Win probability is 60% for Go Ahead Eagles versus 22 for Excelsior. The over 0.5 is at a very high 86% for Go Ahead Eagles versus 68% for Excelsior. The over 1.5, very high, 68% versus 35%. I think, right off the bat, at a very first glance, I would go PSV over 1.5 and Go Ahead Eagles over 1.5. I'm sure the Go Ahead Eagles over 1.5 alone is a really good straight line bet. I'm pretty sure it should be. Go Ahead Eagles is a pretty low-key team. Now, again, I say this in every video where I record for the Eredivisie. Eredivisie is surprisingly, there's a lot of draws in this league. And a rule of thumb for my simulator is on these expected goals, I like to keep a plus or minus one goal. So if we go plus or minus one goal for Excelsior, we can see that they'll probably be at 3 goals or 1 goal. So it could end 1-1, it could end 2-2, it could end 2-1, it could end 3-1, 3-0. Soccer is very unpredictable, so just be careful. Be careful with going straight line bets here. The following match is RKC versus SC. I'm gonna butcher this. Herven? That felt right. Expected goals for this match is 1.5 versus 1.4. Win probability is at 40% versus 34%. The over 1.5 goals for RKC is 77%. Meanwhile, for SC Herven is 74%. Pretty high percentages for both of these teams. Maybe at both teams to score. We'll see how that match plays out. The over 1.5 for both of these teams is 45% versus 40%. Next match we see here is AZ Alkmaar versus Vitesse. Vitesse is a team that I think they're in the bottom of the table. I hope they don't get relegated, but I feel like that is the route that this team is taking. AZ Alkmaar is a team that is going to fight tooth and nail for Champions League spot. They're on the top of the table. I believe they're top 5 or top 3, I believe. So them winning this match, I can see that happen. We have an expected goals for AZ at 2.9 and expected goals for Vitesse at 0.6. Win probability is 75% versus 5% for the away team. Over 0.5 goals for AZ is at 85% versus 40%. Over 1.5 in this match, we see the home team has a probability of 68% of scoring over 1 goal this match, and the away team has 10%. Now, I would see maybe Go Ahead Eagles, AZ Alkmaar, and PSV. That just looks very tempting to maybe throw into a parlay there of both all these teams scoring over 1.5 goals, or maybe going over 1.5 goals in total team goals between Go Ahead Eagles and Excelsior to protect your bet, and then have AZ Alkmaar and PSV over 1.5 goals in that match. It feels juicy. The following match is my team Ajax playing away versus PEC Zwolle. Expected goals for the home team is 1.4 versus 2.3 for the away team. Win probability is at 22% for PEC versus 54% for Ajax. The over 0.5 goals here is 72% versus 86%. Maybe both teams score in this match. Ajax is pretty sloppy in the back, especially away. They tend to do their best at home. So I could definitely see both teams scoring if we see this probability of 72% for the home team. The over 1.5 goals in this match for the home team is at 38%, versus 62% for Ajax. Ajax is expected to take this game based off what we see here. Again, be careful with the draws. I don't know if Ajax, this would be the game for Ajax to take all 3 points. Let's hope so, but we'll see how that goes. Say that a lot. The following match is FC Twente versus Heracles. Heracles. Expected goals, I'm sorry, that was rude. The expected goals for this match is 2.7 for the home team versus 0.8 for Heracles. Win probability between these two teams is at 71% for the home team, 9% for the away team. Over 0.5 goals in this game for the home team is at 87%, 52% for the away team. Over 1.5 goals for the home team, 70% versus 19% for Heracles. If that's rude to any of you guys that support that team, I am sorry. It's kind of a fun word to say, but I should figure out how to say it right though. The next match, although hold on. Yes, I think Twente will take that game. Absolutely. Twente has been really strong. I enjoy watching Twente. It's just so nice to see that there's a lot of high-scoring games this weekend. That just feels like the perfect time to throw in a nice, juicy parlay for all these games and just hit. I wonder what that would pay out. Yes, I think Twente will take this game. I don't think they'll draw. Straight win for Twente. Following match is Feyenoord versus FC Utrecht. Expected goals for Feyenoord is at 1.9 versus 0.4 for Utrecht. The win probability for Feyenoord is at a nice 71% versus 7% for Utrecht. Over 0.5 goals in this match for Feyenoord, we have a high 82% versus 33%. Over 1.5 goals for Feyenoord, we have 54 versus 36%. Feyenoord needs to take this game very seriously. They need to win this match to continue to maybe reduce the deficit, but PSV is expected to win, so Feyenoord just has to do what they do best and continue to play out the rest of the season, see how that goes. Excuse me, maybe they're content. I mean, they should be locking in Champions League for next season. I'm sure they're happy with that. I think the real battle is going to be between AZ and Ajax. Ajax is going to do their best to try to make something happen there. The last game of this Eredivisie Matchweek 27 is Almere City versus FC Volendam. Expected goals is a pretty even game here. We have 1.4 versus 1.3 goals in this match. Win probability is at 39% for Almere City, 34% for Volendam. Over 0.5 goals, we have 74% versus 70%. And over 1.5 goals, we see Elmer at 39% versus 36%. Elmer City, as I mentioned before, is a very interesting team, very strong at home. They tend to score at home for sure. They do really good defending at home. So this could be a 1-0 game. It could be a 1-1 game if they slip up and cause a PK, have an error. But they're a team that they're a very disciplined team, especially at home. Lower middle of the table type of team here, but they don't have to. I mean, they could do whatever they want, but I would suggest that they do their best and continue to climb up. If they have, it is going to be a tough game, as we see here, as we can expect from the simulation. We'll see how that goes. It could even be a 0-0 game for all we know, but I wouldn't put money on that. If anything, I would go with double chance. I would go double chance Elmer City. They're solid at home. If they do end up losing, that would be very shitty. Elmer City to score, maybe add that in your parlay somewhere. But if I were to make a parlay, let's make this video a little bit fun, because these stats are very interesting for this weekend. It's been a while that you see something so clear like this. PSV over 1.5 goals. I would put that in the parlay. Let's see what that would look like. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see. Nope. I don't bet no more, guys. Sorry, this is gonna take a while. We go to Europe. Let's go to... Did I pass it? No. Netherlands. Eredivisie. Alright, PSV. See, they're expected to win. But I would go PSV over 1.5. The other one that I had here was Go Ahead Eagles, double chance. See what I say here. Look at that. That's a nice one right there. For them to just have a straight win, I'd go with the double chance. Oof. Okay then. Let's go to alternate. Go Ahead Eagles over 1.5 goals. Oh, no. I mentioned this one. How do you protect yourself? Combo. Damn it. Oh, over 2.5 goals. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's... No, not probably there. Yes, over 2 goals. Easy. Okay. That's already a good parlay right there. Next game. AZ, we see here very high probability versus DC at home. As I mentioned earlier, I just go with AZ to score over 1.5. AZ, oof, they don't got it. Oh, they do. There it is. Oof, that's looking juicy. It's gonna be so juicy at the end. Okay. Ajax. I'd say double chance Ajax. The key thing is we want to protect the bet. We don't want to just go straight line, because that's a really good straight line right there. That's a really good straight line bet. see here, double chance. Maybe we can find a better one, but maybe both teams score. Oof, that's better. Both teams score. And the last, oh no, there's plenty. 20. 20 versus Heracles. Watch, Heracles is going to be the one that ruins this parlay just because I'm making fun of him. We see here 2.7, very high percentages. FC 20, let's see. They have the highest percentage to score over 1.5 goals out of all these teams. And they have the tied for first place for the highest percentage of. Maybe, how good is that straight line bet? Oh gosh, it's horrible. That isn't that crazy. That isn't all that crazy. If you were to put $5 in that, what is that paying out? 20? That isn't that juicy. But take it for what it is. Take it for what it is, guys. Hopefully that plays out. That'll be a nice one. I mean, cashing out. Good little way to entertain yourself this weekend. But let's go back here. Make sure that worked. Yes. Alrighty. Well, there you have it. Had some fun making this video. I love the Eredivisie. It's a very, very predictable league. Good talent. Very stat driven. So the results here are, that's why it's sort of predictable. Be careful with the ties though. Be careful with the ties. And hopefully that parlay is just for fun here, you know, for you guys to do at home if you guys like to bet. As you can see, you can play around with those results and maybe create your own less risky parlay. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the end of the season, see how it plays out, see how Ajax gets to do. No matter what, I'm very happy to be doing these videos, and thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I invite you guys to watch the other videos in my channel where I'm predicting the Premier League, the Liga MX, Eredivisie as I did in this video, and I am now adding MLS. It's still early for the MLS. Not a lot of stats there to give us some clear results, but at least just for the entertainment, give them a watch, and hope you guys have a really good weekend. Hug your loved ones. Drink some water. This is sparkling water. Take care.